What is up, YouTube? That's here today. I'm back playing more VGC 2023 Regulation C content. Today I'm using a team that I made. This is not a Patreon team fixing video, but it's a video that I made that features some Pokemon that I think deserve a little bit more love in the Regulation C format, and that's going to be Pyroar and Dragalge. I think Pyroar is so cool. It has above base 100 speed tier, gets access to a really good move pool, very good offensive and defensive typing when paired with like the right teammates. So for example, if your Flutter mate or Bronzong are big scared of those ghost attacks, swap in your normal type Pyroar and use its choice scarf to be able to outspeed those Flutters and get those revenge KOs that you need to succeed. Really cool team here. Before we get into the games, I want to direct you guys to the question of the day, and that is, what is your #1 hobby outside of Pokemon? You can see in the back I have guitars and skateboards, and I have a bunch of different YouTube channels where I make all different sorts of content featuring those things. I love card games, I love other video games. I'm basically every single weekend I'm also out hiking all over the outside outdoors. I do so much stuff. But what do you guys do? What are the little things that give your life meaning that's not Pokemon? Or even if it is Pokemon, what other than VGC? Are you like a shiny hunter? Are you a Nuzlocker? Are there other video games that you like or other TV shows that you're a big fan of? Let me know in the comments. And without further ado, let's just get into these games. I think this team's really fun, and I think this team really pulls your opponent in multiple different directions. It makes them over-respect like Trick Room, specifically like big Trick Room. I have the Redirection Bronzong. It's pretty obvious I want to get Trick Room up. But then also, I have like Flutter main, and like no one knows what Pyroar is going to do. So we can go a little bit aggressive with like Scarf, Pyroar, Flutter, or we can go really defensive with like Trick Room, or we can do a mix of both and go like Flutter, Trick Room Setter, or Pyroar, Trick Room Setter. And there's a bunch of little flowcharts you can do with this team. And yeah, let's go get some wins on the ranked ladder. Wish me luck. Here we go. All right, super standard looking. I wonder what the Goldanga is going to do. I wonder what they actually do to stop Trick Room if I surround myself with the right teammates. If I were to lead Pyroar, do you think that would incentivize them into like respecting that slot? Like, oh man, I might heat wave, you better watch out. So like Pyroar Bronzong sound really good with like Torkoal coming in hot and then like Dragalge in the back to be able to solidify wins. I think Dragalge is also like really good versus Palafin. Not only do we have like Dragon typing to be able to, and Poison to be able to stop like Drain Punches and Jet Punches, but we also have like Thunderbolt with Electric Tera Adaptability to be able to dumpster that Palafin if we need it. So I think this is actually going to be a really good core to test against. Probably going to be like Sash, Xianpao. I don't know if that's going to be multi-scale Dragonite. Dragonite can sometimes be problematic for Torkoal to deal with, but we could always go like Eruption and then like a Dragon Pulse from like our Dragalge in the back to be able to break it. So I think we're going to be in a good spot. I think we have all of our speed tiers in the right area to potentially win with Trick Room, and Pyroar's the bait here, right? They're going to see that Pyroar and they're going to be like, bruh, I can power gem that. And I'm like, do it. Just do it. All right, so in this exact situation, I think it would be nice to go Heat Wave for burns. It would be nice to go Snarls for special attack drops. We actually just want to go Hyper Voice to 100% break potential Sash on Glamora and break that multi-scale on Dragonite. So Hyper Voice, it's going to be a stab. It's going to be the best option here. And then we're just going to go for that Trick Room. The Trick Room. So Hyper Voice pops off. That's good damage. It looks like that looks like Inner Focus Dragonite. Power Gem. That's great. Totally, absolutely fine. Pyroar goes down deliberately. It's opening up a slot for something else. I think we're going to probably go Dragalge here. Fire Punch is fine. Like, we eat that. We eat that for breakfast. And then the Trick Room. Yes, please. Now, just want to make sure our speed tiers are correct. So, our speed here on this Bronzong is going to be 38-44. Awesome. So, we're going to come in with Dragalge here. And we're going to dumpster that Dragonite. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so good. And then you're gonna KO the Bronzong. Oh, this is just so good, right? Because we're gonna go Dragon Pulse into the Dragonite, and we're gonna go Bulldoze to proc our weakness policy. And we're gonna even slower, so then we're gonna be able to underspeed that Amoonguss that they bring it out. Yes, please, dude. The combo plate. Are they gonna go normal Tera and try and just like dumpster us? I mean, that's fine. They are normal tearing. We will still get the KO off the +2. They also take the Bulldoze hit now that they've lost their flying typing. So let's see what they actually go for. Survey says Bulldoze, no protects. Who uses protect? Not me. I wonder if they're banded. Because they didn't E-speed there. They probably, I think they might be banded. Yeah, we'll see what happens here. Big damage. Got that Dragon Pulse. Everyone gets those speed drops. Yes, please. And the Toxic Spikes, that's okay. It's okay to get the debris up. We already have a Poison on the board. I didn't want to bring out the Torkoal because, like, I really feel that, like, Torkoal would not have been able to break that Dragonite or the Glimmora. So what I'm hoping for is that Glimmora somehow takes out the Bronzong here. And even if it doesn't, I still think we're in an okay spot. Earth Power, oof. Almost gone. We're actually going to be within range of getting severely messed up by a Sash Yempao here. But let me think about this. Against Sash Yempao, if we were to double into it with like Body Press and an attack from Dragalge, we'd probably be fine. Because I don't want them just to like Sucker Punch us out. It's going to be Palafin. They have the Jet Punch, but they're not in the right mode. Huh. I'm just going to protect here. And we know they have Earth Power. I wonder how much damage Body Press even does to Glimmora. Or if we should just be Body Pressing the Palafin. That seems like a pretty decent play as well. What type do we have here? We have Steel. I'll Body Press the Palafin. Just standard damage here. I want them to actually take out the Bronzong, but I don't know what they actually could take us out with. Jet Punch my Bronzong! No, we hold there, buddy. Buddy Buster Brown Pal. Look at that damage. It's not that much. Power Gem? Alright, cool. So if that's how they're going to play it, we can just go for a Thunderbolt into the Palafin slot. And realistically, we can just Body Press the Glimmora. It's fine. We have enough. We have enough. I wonder if they're going to, what is it? Spiky Shield my Body Press this turn? Bro, no way. Yeah, Jet Punch is fine here. Ooh, Jet Punch does not take that one out. So actually, we get to survive. You're done. Thunderbolt, number 1. And then what is the last Pokemon? I think that's where this game's it's gonna get a little bit dicey. That's definitely within eruption range now, right? So we're fine. What's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? Power Gem into Bronzong. Yo, they left up the Glimmora. They left up the Dragalge. Okay. And I think they're vested, so I think they're actually like, they're gonna take the big damage here. What is the last mon? Does it have AoE potential? Shenpao Sash potential. Okay. Torkoal is big poisoned, but I think we're like low-key fine. Sword of Ruin, yep. And Trick Room turns our last turn Trick Room. So Shenpao's gonna protect, but then Glimmora's gone. And then like, we low-key just like win. I think the right play is to double into the Glimmora though, in case the Torkoal doesn't get the KO. That's still probably right. Here we go. Here we go. Big Torkoal energy. Last turn Trick Room. I think they're going to go protect Shenpao. I really do. But I low-key think like Torkoal is still fine to be able to do this. I wonder if they're just going to go like Sucker Punch into our... if they go Sucker Punch into the Dragalge, I still think we're fine. And if they Sucker Punch into the Torkoal, okay, I was going to say that's why we doubled into the Glimmora slot. Alright, so Eruption. And the fact they didn't take out our Dragalge means we're going to get to hit with a basically full health Eruption. So we're in a good spot. Dunzo! The big Specs energy. Alright, Shenpao. It's you versus the world. It's you versus the world. Let's see it. We do have Toxic Ticking. Not a good situation to be in. But I think that they're going to have to hit the Dragalge, which means we get a free hit with Torkoal, then they move in a second Protect, and like, I think we have enough. I definitely think we have enough. I also think we can like low-key just protect our Dragalge here. If we protect Dragalge, yeah, that should be enough to actually get it. If we protect Dragalge and go for just an Eruption here, I know I never say that you should be protecting in these situations, but if you protect here and Erupt, even if we soak like damage on Torkoal, which is a good play for them, even if they were to do that into the Torkoal, which would have been the right play, Torkoal would have had enough health to not die after Protect next turn from the Toxic, and then they would have to fight two things at once, because it's going to clock Sash, right? And now, there's no situation which they can actually do AoE damage with a Shenpao, so we're absolutely fine. And like I said, Sucker Punch would have probably done about 60%. Even if they would even Protect there, we'd take double damage from Toxic. They'd have to go for like a triple Protect to be able to get it out. And now we just don't even care. The right play, it's really weird. I don't think they Tera'd this game, right? They didn't Tera, right? So it's really, really weird. Like, yeah, they did. They Tera'd Dragonite. Sorry. I was like, dude, what if they go like Fairy Tera to stop the Dragon Pulse? What if they went like Ground Tera to stop the Thunderbolt? Or what if they went like Steel Tera to stop the Sludge Bomb? That'd be the worst. But we'll take those wins. We used Pyroar. We did it. We used Pyroar as bait. But we used Bro, that team is really, really good. There's multiple Wide Guard mons. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so hard to break. Let's see. I think you have to... this is just going to be really hard. What is our Flutter main set? I'm just curious. Is this like an Imprison set? No, it's not. It's a Dark Pulse set. I'm actually going to lead with this. I think that this is actually really, really good here. Like, I love this set versus Sarilege. And against the other Pokemon on this team, dude, I like low-key want to lead. I'm going to try this. Kids, don't try this at home. Don't try this at home. If you could just not try this at home, that'd be great. I'm going to bring my Pyroar still, because I like this Pokemon. And Dragalge is going to be not great, if I'm being honest. I think you... Amoonguss is so bad here versus Gargoldango, too. It's just not good. Like, Amoonguss is bad. Amoonguss is very bad here. I guess it's Dragalge. But, like, the idea here is they're going to be dealing with Flutter Mane too much. And this is what I want you guys to get ideas from, like, from these videos. You know, in the first game, we used Pyroar as, like, bait, made him overcommit to Pyroar because they didn't know how to deal with that. And then we were allowed to set up Trick Room. In this game, it's a very similar idea. They're going to respect the Flutter Mane so much that, like, Torkoal's just going to be able to get an Eruption out. Because people don't think that you should just lead with, like, Specs, Eruption, Torkoal. But if you want to build your flowcharts correctly, you can. And so we should be able to, like, one-shot that Sarilege, I think. I think that we can. I definitely think that we can. Protosynthesis boost to speed, so we're speedies. All right, the question is, what is that Sarilege going to do? I'm going to go Dark Tera here, and I'm going to go Dark Pulse. And I like this more than Shadow Ball, because first of all, this would be able to KO if they stayed. We're gaining a new type. We do the good damage, but we have a % chance to flinch with Dark Pulse. So it's better against that Sarilege if we need it. And I'm just going to click the Overheat into the core. If you want to go Dragon Tera, you can. I don't really care. But this Tera here helps us lose that weakness to Ghost if they wanted to Shadow Sneak, or lose this weakness to Steel if they wanted to go like with a big attack from Corviknight. So I like this Tera change here. And then next turn we can just use this as bait. But let's see. Do we just OHKO their Sarilege? Are they Terastallizing? Which one? Is it Corviknight? Corviknight can totally Terastallize. Like, I overheated that slot. It's fine. I didn't want to click the Eruption. Okay. Terastallize. Water Tera. Okay. So this should be a 2-shot then. If we get this flinch, we're in an amazing spot. Dark Pulse. This flinch would, like, win us the game, basically. Okay, it's a 2-shot potential, like I said. Swords Dance. Okay, we have a Sash. We're going to be able to take out the Corv, I think. Tailwind's fine. I think we still outspeed that thing with our +1. Yeet. Yeet. So Torkoal's big sad now, but that should be fine. I think that we still take out the Sarilege. It's weird. I kind of wanted to just Solar Beam it, bro. Alright, what is this? Okay. Dude, I'm about to just overheat it. Is that booster to speed? Or attack? Speed. Alright, alright. So it's itemless right now. These two mons are pretty not great versus it. But there's no reason to swap the Torkoal out. I think I'm actually going to go for, like, the Dark Pulse into this guy. And I think like I said, I think that still gets the KO. I wonder if they're going to go Shadow Sneak plus an attack into my Flutter. I'm going to click the Overheat into this guy. I want to do, like, half. Dazzling Gleam, great damage. Doesn't clock our Sash yet. We should be able to outspeed that Sarilege. Yeah. And as long as we don't low roll this Dark Pulse, we get it off the board. And that's great. Nice. That's so important. In the next turn, I can go for Protect, soak some damage on Torkoal. Maybe Torkoal goes down. We'd able to slot for something else. Like, we're in a decent spot here. This Overheat could just crit and take it out, by the way. Oh, the crit take out Overheat Torkoal! Dude, I called it. Don't act like I didn't call it. Don't act like I didn't say Torkoal was busted. And just like that, where you looking, buddy? Where are you looking, huh? Gold Ango. I mean, air balloon, huh? Why don't you balloon these, please? I could just stay. I have to overheat. I'm just gonna do it. What are you gonna do, Goldango? What are you gonna do, huh? Huh? Where are you looking? DP, baby, super effective. Oh my goodness, overheat's enough to take it out. Air balloon, popping it up, and last but not least, make it rain. Torkoal has this in the bag. Can we get a second crit? Can we get like a second crit? Torkoal, you don't even need this. Torkoal's already done enough. It took out the Core. It took out the Iron Valiant and Goldango. When we just led with Specs Torkoal with absolutely no protection. Torkoal literally busted. You heard it here first. And last, and always. Torkoal's literally busted. But this should just get you, like, thinking outside the box. You don't have to go only Trick Room, only Tailwind, only this lead, only this lead. Try mixing it up and force yourself to learn how to use other leads in other situations that kind of pull your opponent into over-respecting certain slots so you can get away with stuff you wouldn't normally be able to get away with. Ah, yes, more Shampoo Dragonite. I would say that this is probably, like, if you're looking for a core of 6 to use in any game, this is probably the best sort of core you can use for a closed team sheet, best of 1. Because what's going to happen here, I've talked about this before, if they were to lead Dondozo and Flutter, that's probably a Specs Flutter, it's probably a Sash Chiyu, sorry, Scarf Chiyu, Sash Shampoo with like maybe even a Banded Dragonite. What's going to happen here is the amount of resources it's going to take to stop that Flutter main while also dealing with that Dozo are too great to be split in like multiple different directions. So it's going to be almost impossible to win this game. But I think one of our best leads is probably Amoonguss and Bronzong. And it's such a waste to go Amoonguss Bronzong, but like we have to play like super into Trick Room mode for this one. And that team is going to get you like an easy 70% or more win rate on ladder. You lead the Specs Flutter and the Dozo. And if you don't like your board, when you lead with it, when you're using the Flutter Dozo board, you can swap out the Flutter for the Tatsu. Or you can go like swap out Flutter, even if you're not using Scarf Flutter or like Booster Flutter, you can go Protect Flutter, Yawn. There's so many different flowcharts it can go down in a closed team sheet that there's no way to actually cover for all of it. So Dragonite Dozo, very similar idea. The amount of resources it would take to check these things are quite low. But let's see, what do we want to do here? Dude, do I do it? I have a freaking Quick Claw. Just to trick him here. Show me the Quick Claw. Do it, Amoonguss. Do it. That's probably going to be like Flying Tera Dragonite. I wouldn't be surprised. And I'd rather respect the Dozo. I don't want to get yawned because I don't want to cycle yet. Let's see what you got. I also don't want to yawn. I'm sorry, I don't want to Spore. Ah, never lucky. They EQ their own guy. I don't want to Spore the Dragonite because it can be double EQ, dude. I'm Bronzong. Hello? Hello, Bronzong. Double EQ, double the fun. Double the Spore on Dozo. Cool, that works. I don't know why they would do that. They probably really thought we'd go heat proof and just way overcommitted. Now, in this situation, I could definitely go for I could just Spore the Dragonite, but I don't think that's the play. I think what I'm going to actually do is go for, I'm going to see if I have Regenerator first. I do. So I'm just going to swap my Torkoal. I think this will condition them to not do something with the Dragonite. This will probably be the turn they switch in their Tatsu. And, like, realistically, I'm just going to Iron Defense. I don't think it matters that much in the scheme of things, but I want to see what type of Dozo they're going to have. And Torkoal here seems really weird, but I low-key think it's going to be for the best. I don't want to switch in Dragology because they have been spamming that Earthquake and I will die, right? That's too much. Torkoal can take the damage. I can use Overheat. I can use Solar Beam. There's other moves Torkoal can use. Dragology would just come in and get messed up. Now, we are switching out first because we have a lower base speed and Trick Room, but let's see if that Dragonite's going to switch as well. If this switches in Tatsu, that's great for me. And there's not that many other things they could really switch in here because their team is so one-dimensional. There's the Tatsu like we talked about. Dozo has to be asleep this turn. I wonder if it has Sleep Talk. That'd suck. But you see how this was like low-key free? And they get all their boosts. Remember, they ignore like all the different boosts and stuff we have as well. But like, we got a lot of good stuff going on here. And I wonder, another thing about this, we're going to be using Body Press plus Solar Beam. And I really like Body Press plus Solar Beam because the one way to stop, well, not one way. Most Dozos are Steel Tera, right? So the way to stop Steel Tera, the way to, stop, you get the freaking idea. You don't want to go Steel against this, like, because there's a freaking Torkoal on the board. You have to really, really pick which one of these you want to mitigate. I'm just going to go for the Solar Beam. And the way to stop the Solar Beam would be to go to Steel Tera. That's what I meant. And let's just go Body Press. Let's see if they try. Okay, Solar Beam's going to go off. This first Solar Beam's going to be massive. And then, like, next turn they might go, like, Grass Tera or Steel Tera or something. But, like, this first Solar Beam's about to pop off. Look at that damage. Torkoal, yes, please. That doesn't do shit. But, like, still, you get the idea. And so they're still asleep. So next turn, if they were to go, like, Grass Tera, I still think they might go down. I kind of want to swap up my Bronzong, but I don't need to. Bronzong's fine. What if they just don't have a good defensive Tera? Or what if, like I said, they go Steel Tera? Oh, they just stay in. They just try to wake up. Nah, dude. Nah, I'm always lucky when I record videos. Whenever I'm live streaming, literally never lucky. But when I record videos, I get lucky all the time. And so this is actually going to be really good because this will KO the Dozo. And then it'll redirect the Body Press into the Tatsu. And we're at +2 on the Bronzong already. So it's going to do a lot. It's going to put the Tatsu within KO for the second Body Press at least. Yeah, or even a Solar Beam into that slot if we feel like it. And so we already know they have Dragonite, which means their last mon here is going to be Shenpao, which cannot break Bronzong at all if we use our Tera correctly. So I think the right play here is to... I think you just swap back in the Amoonguss, realistically. Because, like, Torkoal... let me think about this. Let me think about it. Let me think. Turns on Trick Room or what? Last turn Trick Room, I'm going to swap back in the Amoonguss. Swap back in the Amoonguss. Check Tatsu. And then next turn, I'll just go Rage Powder Trick Room again. Easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. And if they want to protect Tatsu, I think that's fine. They can't actually stop the Bronzong. Oh, is that Shenpao swapping in? Bro, not like this. Not like this, Shenpao. Yo, say hello to my little friend. I wonder if it's going to be like Clear Amulet. Like, if it's Clear Amulet, it's gone. If it's Banded, it's gone. They're going to Terastallize their Dragonite. They're going to go for big E-speeds into probably what was Amoonguss now. And that's fine. We just bring back out Torkoal and just go to town. You guys like my Trick Room Pyroar team that like barely uses the Pyroar and just goes big, you know, big Trick Room all the time? We got the Regenerator proc, but Amoonguss is holding. That's really, really good. Busted. All right, there's that Sash. So the really cool thing about redirecting here, do we even want to redirect? Let me think about this. This is a good thing to look at here. Do I even want to click Rage Powder? What would I be redirecting? E-Speed? It's not really worth it. Sucker Punch would be slower than the E-Speed. What I'm going to do is go for the Quick Claw Pollen Puff into the Shenpao. And I'll trick him again, definitely. You can taunt me if you want. I don't think they carry the taunt. E-Speed goes... If you want to E-Speed the Amoonguss, like, it's fine. Yeah, I don't care. I could have Terastallized my Bronzong here, but we're at +2 defense, so, like, we're fine. You could Sacred Sword, but that's why another reason why I didn't want to do that. Sucker Punch... No. We just get another trick room. Easiest peasiest lemon squeeziest game I've ever had in my life, bro. He's like, what? Trick Room? No way. No way. Just Harsh Sunlight fades just in time for Harsh Sunlight to come back. Dude, actually, I'm going to do this. Let's pop it off. Let's win in style. Let's win in style with the Drag Algae. Now, this could go wrong, but I'm going to do it. Do we want to go Electric Tera? No, there's no reason to. We just Dragon Pulse it. Dragon Pulse there with a little bit of Bulldoze. Bulldoze would KO the Shenpao and break the Dragonite's Punch multi-scale if it had it. And Sucker Punch plus E-Speed into the Drag Algae will KO it. But, and this also makes it so we do more damage with our own Bulldoze. But, like, let's see. I don't really care. They're going for the E-Speed there. They got to get the Bronzong off the board because we have all the oh my gosh, they went for an actual attack. No Sucker Punch. That's just game. Oko, well, not Oko, but KO the Shenpao, right? Activate the weakness policy, break the Dragonite's potential multi-scale, and we're about to be coming in hot with it. That's a +2 boosted, stabbed, adaptability boosted Dragon Pulse into this Dragonite. Bro. Bro, I guess I should have sludge bombed, but still, this is funny. Oh my goodness, dude, we take those all the way to the bank, bro. We take those all the way to the bank. Our team was just too tricky. Our team was just too tricky for them. And we'll stay taking these wins on the ranked ladder. That's what we like to see. Did they rage quit? That's a rage quit, right? Yeah, I'd be mad too. I'd be mad too. Like, it has to be a rage quit. I've never seen the game just like, oh, they still have Tatsu. Dude, they still have the Tatsu. They're probably like, oh yeah, Tatsu. But like, why aren't they sending it out? Did they just like break their crayons and shut down? Oh man, I completely forgot they even had that Pokemon still because they swapped it out for the Shimpao. That's fine. You know, this is one of my favorite feelings when you know that you won and you can just sit in it and be like, dude, I'm so good. Look how cool my team is. Look how cool my team is. And they just got to deal with it, right? They just got to deal with it. You got to live in their head rent free. That's so cool. There it is. There's the Tatsu. I completely forgot this was even on the board. We could like low-key win this game by, like, could we? Let's see. I would auto walk into protect. Yeah, I was going to like, could I just walk away and win? But no, let's just, I'm flexing. I'm going to flex. I'm doing it. The flex. I think we made ourselves slower than Bronzong. But that's fine. I'm just going to flex. I just want it. I want it. I ain't doing anything else today. I know you're not normally supposed to, like, reveal extra info, but, like, I've made this rental code public so everyone can see it. Yo, everyone knows what I'm working with. The absolute flex of Electric Tera Adaptability +2 Thunderbolt, dude. Nice. You ain't ever gonna see anyone do that ever again. And then we'll take the wins. Then we'll take the wins. And that's what we like to see. Oh man, Corviknight Gastro. Gastro can be kind of hard to deal with, but I do think we're in a fine spot. I think we can lead look at let's actually think about this. Can we lead Pyroar here? Pyroar is actually a good check to pull, I think, if you use it in the right way. Like Pyroar Flutter actually like low-key cooks. Dude, I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to be really, really aggressive in this one. And then as for what we want to do in the back, I don't think there's an issue with like Amoonguss is some redirection from things like their Flutter to redirect like Shadow Balls. And for our last Mon, dude, we just gotta bring the Torkoal God. I can just click Overheat, man. I can just click Overheat. We can use it to enable our Pyroar or our Flutter, and this is a good game. This is a good last game to close out, I think. We don't always have to go Trick Room. I think Trick Room is definitely how this team should be played, but also like Grass Spore users make using Bronzong really hard because we're not using a one berry set. So they could just lead with the Root Bonnet and just Spore in our Bronzong, and we would just be really, really sad. So we can't let that happen. But this board, we're in a pretty good spot here. And what I'm going to do is click Dazzling Gleam. Ooh, I see you. So you get the speed boost. So no Sash there. I'm going to click Heat Wave. And I'm going to click Dazzling Gleam. Now the reason why I like this board is this should be able to really, really pin that Corv. I think we might even like low-key almost take it out with the Heat Wave. But also, the standard Tera for Corviknight is Dragon to be able to stop fire and electric attacks. And Dazzling would make it super effective against that. And they shouldn't think that we're degleaming because they should be conditioning us to Shadow Ball because they went booster and shows that they're not sashed. So this is probably a good play. I think worst case scenario is going to cost us our Sash on our Flutter. So we're going to get our Sash broken. But this should help us deny Tailwind. Heat Wave, unless we miss on Corviknight. We just lose the game. You know, fun little gameplay over there. Fun game. Nice, fun, interesting gameplay over there. Just lose the whole game. Taunt. Alright, we get a second shot at redemption here. They taunted us because they didn't know what Pyroar was supposed to do. But still, you see how like that could have went south really, really fast. We're just going to go Heat Wave here again and just go for a Protect this turn. But still, that sucks. I really needed to hit that Heat Wave. Kind of want to swap out my Flutter for Torkoal to make sure. But like, it's too late now. Like, I think we just have to hit our Heat Wave. I think they're going to go Protect Tailwind. So let's see. They actually know that we're scarfed on our Pyro right now because we acted before our Flutterman did as well. So that's why they're protecting. Heat Wave. Round 2. Dude, their Corviknight's staring us down over there. We hit it. Ah, yeah. Some might have taken it out. Brave Bird. Now this is going to be a weird decision here. I'm going to swap out my Flutter for the Torkoal, I think. We're going to go Heat Wave. We're going to soak the Shadow Ball here, set the Sun, and then it's going to enable our Flutter main in the back to have that speed boost to solidify the game. It's really weird. I guess they just don't have Tailwind. And hey, that's not my fault. That ain't my fault. I mean, realistically, do they need Tailwind? They have a speed boosting Flutter on the board. But, we can play just slightly aggressive with this team. So Flutter main's going to pivot. We can soak a Shadow Ball. If they wanted to go Power Gem into our Pyroar, they've had so many turns to do that by now. I don't think they have it. I also don't know if it gets the Oko. The pivot of the Corv. Okay. I was going to say they could have also went like Grass or Dragon Tera that turn. Survey says Dazzling Gleam not going to be doing a ton, and you know I'm about to Solar Beam that Gastrodon right in the kisser. So that thing's down. Any burns on Gastro? Not today. That's fine. Gastrodon shouldn't be able to dumpster to Torkoal. Shouldn't. I wonder if they're going to Terastallize it. Like, what would you Terastallize it into that would also not take damage from the Heat Wave? I mean, there's plenty of things, but I don't think that those are... Like, Fire Tera Gastro, but then I could just Earth Power it, you know? Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's coming out here. That also could be another reason why they weren't Tailwinding. Like, if they were to Tailwind, they don't necessarily even catch, like, the Flutter if I were to swap up my Pyroar for Torkoal and Enable the Sun. So, like, yeah, I'm just going to Heat Wave here. Heat Waving it up. And, Solar Beam Ds, please. Let's go. Finally, a Terastallize. You got that Dragon Tera, or are you going Fire Tera Gastro? I'm going to cry every time it's Fire Tera Gastro. Oh, it's Dragon Tera, right? Fire Tera. Literally same difference over here. They should have just done that turn 1, I think. I think they should have done that turn 1. That would have been sick. Heat Wave hits, though. Big damage off this Heat Wave. Almost takes out the Corv. Roost Corv. Okay. So it's going to be one of these games then, huh? Roost Corviknight. How do I want to deal with that? Muddy Water. They outspeed, but they miss on Pyroar. Don't get that Axie Drop on me. No, no, no. No. Not like this. Come on, Torkoal. Come on, Torkoal. Show us the power of the light. Hit him with a Spirit Bomb. Solar Beam Ds, please. Gastro down. That's so big. That's so big. Actually, I should have been able to tell that was Fire Tera Corv, because like it's paired next to Gastro. That makes so much sense. Alright, so we have some good Mons in the back. Shaking off the taunt. Not that we would use anything else anyways. Volcarona. I'm going to swap out my Torkoal, because I can just come back in and Earth Power that Corv. Yeah, this is fine. Heat Waves up. We're going to swap in Amoonguss. I would like them to Brave Bird and take a ton of recoil. We don't need Amoonguss at all in this matchup, by the way. So, just swap out. And just continually Heat Wave. How much damage are we dealing against that Volk? That's what I want to know. Heat Wave. Big damage. Should be 2-shot, right? I want to see if they have Citrus. Bug Buzz. Ooh, that's a lot of damage. You like this, like, perfect typing on Pyroar, too? It's just really, really good defensive typing. And we don't even get KO'd yet. Dude, we're holding. And then, like, dude, we just got it with just the Pyroar. Pyroar busted. And, like, realistically, I think the right play here... We have a Quick Claw, right? So the right play here is... We don't want to redirect. I think we want to punish. And we don't want to go into the Corv. I think you would go... This is a hard situation. I'll go for the Quick Claw Spore into the Corv. Let's go. Quick Claw, Quick Claw, Quick Claw. Unlucky. We just take the win. I guess I just win. I guess I just win with Pyroar. I guess I don't need a Quick Claw every game, but yeah, we take those. All the way to the bank. Just goes to show that you can win with like older tech. You can win with like Mons that aren't 100% meta. You just got to find the right moves and the right situation and the right teammates for those Mons to do well. We used Dragalge in this team. We used Pyroar in this team. And overall, we had a pretty good time. We're going to take a look at the rental code one more time, go over it just a little bit, and yeah, let's hop into that. All right, so once again, this is the team that we used today. I really like Pyroar. I think it's such an underrated mon. It has a great speed tier of above base 100, good access to a lot of AoE moves. Snarl's great, Hyper Voice is that big normal stab, big heat waves that can be powered up by Torkoal, and Solar Beams if you want to make those hard reads. I also think that like Dark Flutter Mane is still just a blast to use every once in a while. You saw we dumpstered one of those Sarah Ledges earlier on in today's video. Quick Claw Amoonguss can be a lot of fun with that Water Tera. Bronzong, always a pleasure to use Bronzong as well. It's one of the best Trick Room setters in the game. Like big Levitate potential, Covert Cloak. The only two things that can actually stop Bronzong are Taunt and like Spores and, you know, other sort of like, you know, sleep, like gravity hypnosis type things. And realistically, like, I feel that the Covert Cloak is the right item, but, like, if you want to use Mentor on Bronzong, if you're making, like, a replica of this team for yourself, or maybe you want to use a Life Orb, or sorry, a Lumberry Bronzong, think about using that in your own games. I also think just, like, Torkoal is very standard, Torkoal with the big damage, and last but not least, Weakness Polygy Drag Algae. I think it's just so cool. Being able to go Adaptability Thunderbolt to be able to dumpster those water Pokemon that we would normally really struggle with on a Sun team like this, it just shows that, like, there's a bunch of really cool things that you can do in this format if you want to put the time in to make it work. So hopefully you guys like this video. Don't forget to answer the question of the day. Don't forget to answer, what's your #1 hobby outside of Pokemon? There's so many cool things to do. Maybe your hobby is just, you know, Pokemon, and that's completely fine. Maybe it's another game, or maybe it's just watching YouTube videos. Either way, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and other than that, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.